Hey everybody, welcome to BrickVault. My name's Jack. Today we're building a perfect minifig scale version of the TIE Fighter. The original design is by the builder Jerac, and if you want to get the instructions to build this particular Lego MOC yourself, you can find them for download for free at our website, BrickVault.toys. Now here's a quick aside about BrickVault.toys. It's basically a web store where you can purchase the instructions for custom Lego MOCs. The basic idea is to have the most fun and coolest Lego MOC instructions up on this site, and at the moment this thing is brand spanking new, so there isn't a whole lot up on the site right now, but there's lots more to come in the future. And there's even a section on our website where you can submit your own Lego creations and make money selling your designs. So anyways, the instructions for this TIE Fighter MOC are for free, and if any of the things I've mentioned about the site interests you guys, you can check us out. It is BrickVault.toys, and let's get back to the intro. So I'll leave that in the description below. And it doesn't look like there's too many, oops, that bag was open. It doesn't look like there's too many parts that make up the TIE Fighter, and I haven't actually organized them outside of the original bags that they came in from their BrickLink orders. So it shouldn't be too bad, I don't think, putting this thing together. I'm actually really excited to see how this whole thing fits, and let's get started. Alright, so the MOC is finished. It took around 2 hours. It was actually a relatively quick build, and considering this was made from just PDF instructions and not from any official Lego instructions, this was probably one of the smoothest and probably the most fun MOC building experience I've had in a really long time. The building techniques that were used by Jerac were definitely advanced, but nothing that seemed sort of tedious or annoying. In fact, everything that I put together felt like sort of a lot of fun. There was a lot of little building techniques that I had never seen before. Certainly the most unique and creative aspects of the build go into the shape of the cockpit as well as the arm attachments for the wings. And for the most part, I just kept on finding myself sort of baffled at how intricate yet easy the connections ended up being. Now, getting into the details, I gotta say this thing looks amazing. When comparing them to the Lego sets or some of the more recent TIE Fighter Lego sets, you can see right off the bat that the shape of the cockpit is way cooler with these sort of rounded pieces. Of course, the main thing that you sacrifice here is the fact that you can't open up the cockpit and fit a minifig on the inside. Now, showing an even further comparison with this TIE Fighter MOC, I've got to have it next to an X-Wing. Both of these models are built to minifig scale, so they should compare really well next to each other, as in they should pretty much be the right size difference between each other in actual universe. And it's just really cool having the hyper accurate models of probably the two most recognizable ships to ever get into dogfights with each other within Star Wars. And just for the heck of it, I've also added this A-wing to the rotation as well. They should all scale really close to each other, and it just feels awesome expanding our custom build lineup for, you know, all the classic Star Wars ships. Now, this being a custom build, it's definitely a little bit more on the display side than the play side of builds. The cockpit being one feature, and the fact that some of that gray detailing, sort of spiderweb detailing on the outside of the wings, is just a little bit delicate. Other than that, this structural stability of the model is really quite solid. The most difficult engineering aspect of the TIE fighter is always where the arms connect to the wings, and these are actually pretty solid. Now, I did say that one of the more immediately good-looking aspects of the ship is the shape of the cockpit, which is true, but I think the one thing that this MOC definitely nails outside of any other version of a TIE fighter I've seen built out of Lego is definitely the way the wings were put together. You can see that the wings are basically a series of slope pieces and a lot of stacked plates. This means that you're not seeing the underside of studs on the inside of the TIE fighter wings, which is something that I always thought looked bad on basically any other version of the TIE fighter. This is even the case when it comes to looking at the Ultimate Collector Series TIE fighter, which is essentially twice as tall as this one. Even in this case, the wings still have the sort of kind of uglier undersides of the studs still showing. In all earnesty, it never really bothered me that much from the other play or display models that Lego made, but there is no dispute that a solid studless wing looks objectively a lot better. And not only does it look better as sort of a general aesthetic for the model itself, but when you look at the pictures of a TIE fighter from Universe, this nice sort of fine line detailing that you see on the wings actually matches up pretty darn close with what the model itself looks like. In fact, I believe the designer was conscious of this, and that's why you see so many plates instead of actual bricks stacked in there. The builder had many opportunities, in fact, to use larger bricks on the inside build for the wing, but opted to go with the more densely packed and certainly heavier build style, but ultimately that really does make the wings look a lot cooler being built out of stacked plates instead of stacked bricks. So taking a look at the model as a whole one last time, I gotta say that this really was one of the most fun MOCs to put together. I'm still just blown away as to how complex the interior and arm structures are, yet still they were so accessible and pretty easy to put together. Personally, I think this is the best looking Lego TIE fighter that currently exists in Lego form, and the only marked improvement that I can think of off the top of my head, and I'm sure I'm going to see in the comment section below, is that yeah, it probably would be awesome to be able to fit a minifigure on the inside, but who knows, we might just be getting a modification for this TIE fighter in the future. And once again, if you guys are interested in getting the instructions on building this MOC, there are links for it in the description below to our web store. All right, that is it for this episode, everybody. Thanks a lot for watching. Remember, if you enjoy our content, you can always like or subscribe. And if you want to get the instructions for this TIE Fighter MOC, you can check out the link in the description below to our website. That is brickvault.toys. Anyways, thanks again for watching. We'll see you next time at BrickVault.